Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest economic shifts of our lifetime. And it all boils down to one number, a number that represents a complete reshaping of our world, all driven by artificial intelligence.
So here it is, the headline number that's got everyone talking, $15.7 trillion. That's the staggering amount of new value AI is projected to pump into the global economy by the year 2030. And let's be really clear, this is not just another tech trend. We are talking about one of the biggest economic opportunities of our time.
You know, $15.7 trillion is a number so big, it's hard to even wrap your head around it. So let's try to put it in perspective. That is more than the entire current economic output of China and India combined. Just let that sink in for a second. It's an almost unimaginable amount of new value being created in less than a decade.
But, and this is a really important but, this isn't going to happen all at once in a straight line. The impact is expected to follow a classic S-curve. Right now, we're in the early days, kind of the slow burn phase of investment and experimentation. But soon, we're going to hit that knee in the curve, and it's going to be a period of rapid, explosive acceleration.
So you might be wondering, where does all this money actually come from? Well, it's not just one thing. It's like a powerful twin-engine jet. On one side, you have a $6.6 trillion boost just from productivity, businesses using AI to get smarter, faster, and more efficient. But the bigger engine? Well, that's us. Over $9 trillion is expected to come from a surge in consumer demand for all the incredible new AI-powered products and services that are going to change our lives.
Okay, so there's this massive $15.7 trillion pie up for grabs. Who gets a slice? Well, the answer isn't everyone. In fact, the data is showing us a new global economic map being drawn right now, and there are only a few clear winners emerging in this race for AI dominance.
The gains are set to be incredibly concentrated. I mean, just look at this. China is forecast to capture a colossal $7 trillion of that value. North America comes in next with a very healthy $3.7 trillion. But after that, wow, it's a steep drop-off. And that signals a huge gap opening up between the leaders and, well, everyone else.
This chart here really tells the whole story, doesn't it? Think about it. Nearly 70% of all the new wealth created by AI is expected to flow into just 2 regions of the world. This massive concentration of power and money is honestly one of the most critical takeaways from all of this. And this is creating what experts are now calling an AI divide. While the leading economies are hitting the accelerator, many developing nations are at risk of being left even further behind. They might only see their economies grow by less than 6% from this whole technological revolution. The gap could get much, much wider.
All right, let's zoom in from that global view. To really understand this shift, we have to look past the countries and into the specific industries that are being completely remade from the ground up. This is where the change is actually happening, in the very fabric of how things get built, sold, and delivered.
AI is basically acting as a force multiplier everywhere you look. In manufacturing, it's the brain behind smart factories and hyper-efficient robots. In healthcare, it's helping doctors spot diseases earlier and helping researchers discover new drugs faster than ever. And yeah, in finance and retail, it's behind everything from stopping fraud to those personalized recommendations that seem to know exactly what you want to buy. No sector is being left untouched by this.
And all of this, of course, leads to the one question that's probably on your mind. What does all this mean for my job, for our jobs? Is this a story about automation and replacement, or is it a story about new opportunities? So, here it is, the big debate. Will AI create jobs, or will it destroy them? Are we on the verge of mass unemployment because of machines, or will we see a wave of new roles emerge that we can't even imagine today? The debate is fierce, but the data is starting to paint a pretty interesting picture. The forecasts actually suggest a net positive outcome, but it's going to be a turbulent ride. As you can see, the projections say AI is expected to create a massive 170 million new jobs, but at the same time, it could displace around 92 million existing ones. Now, that's not just a statistic. That represents a period of immense change and disruption for millions of workers everywhere.
And what this really means is that the very nature of your job is changing. By 2030, nearly 4 out of every 10 core skills you rely on today are predicted to be different. The goalposts for what it means to be successful at work are actively moving right now as we speak.
But for those who adapt to this new reality, the reward
is, well, it's pretty significant. And this number here shows you just how significant it is. So what does 56% represent?
That 56% is the average wage premium, the extra pay that workers with AI skills get over people in the exact same role who don't have those skills. It's a powerful incentive that basically turns a potential career threat into a massive personal and financial opportunity for anyone willing to learn and adapt.
So let's zoom back out one last time to the really big picture. Because this incredible $15.7 trillion prize, it doesn't automatically create a better world for everybody. In fact, it comes with a massive challenge that cuts right across our society. The biggest risk is that AI just deepens the inequalities we already have. We could end up with a world of haves and have-nots on every single level, among workers, between companies that lead and those that lag, and as we saw, even between entire nations.
So how do we navigate this? Well, it's not about stopping technology. It's about being smart and deliberate. It means investing massively in reskilling and education to prepare people for the new jobs. It means we have to update our social safety nets for a world with a much more dynamic labor market. And it means we need to create smart rules to ensure the incredible gains from AI are shared broadly, not just hoarded by a select few.
So as this new economy unfolds, the ultimate challenge isn't really about the technology itself, it's about the human choices we make. AI is offering a $15.7 trillion prize. The defining question for our generation is simply this: how will we choose to share it?